Okay, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Hello, guys. We got Paula. Paula, how do I pronounce your surname? Loureiro?
Loureiro. Yes,
Loureiro.
Loureiro. Yes, you
Afro
pronounce
Latin
good.
connection. Okay, I
Yes.
tried. She's going to be telling us today about her dance story, which is really, really long. She's a very experienced person. And we're very excited about this. Now we're going to set up Instagram.
Yeah.
Take a look, Paula, if you can see us streaming my live face.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sound. Sound needs to go on minimum. The lower button. Yeah, that one. All right. We got people gathering,
Yes.
9 people. That's already something. Okay. So
Yes.
Paula, you don't need to be introduced. Everybody knows you. Tell us, how has your dance adventure started? From your childhood or older, when the dance come into your life?
I since I remember that I'm me, that I'm connected with the dance because of my parents. I born in Angola, and it was like all the time the music. I don't remember nothing from Angola because I was very young when my parents came to Portugal. My parents were Portuguese, but I remember the first time that I danced. It was we were in a party with my parents, and I was dancing, and my father looked at me and like, oh my gosh, she's dancing. I don't know how old I was, maybe 4. But since I remember, my parents were all the time to parties, dancing, and I was there all the time. Every time, imagine when I entered to the, I don't know the name in English, is where the children go when they are babies, the parents.
Kindergarten, nursery.
Yes, yes, that. And I remember that I was doing choreographies to with my colleagues. I was doing the choreographies. I was doing the stand-ups. I was doing all kinds of gymnastic. I was doing, and I remember since I was young, since I remember that I was me.
Okay, so how did you became acquainted with Latin dances? Because you
With the
dance
Latin,
salsa also, right?
yeah,
So what's the
yeah,
story
yeah, yeah,
there?
yeah. Yes, it was very nice because uh, I was working in a gymnasium. I was receptionist of that gymnasium, and a Venezuelan guy uh, get into the gymnasium because he was seeing and he was offering work because he was teaching aerobics, and it was the first time that he was in Portugal. He wanted to change from Venezuela to Portugal, and his name is David Gallegos. He is my master of aerobics, and he also present to me the merengue, the salsa, the way they dance in Venezuela. It's a little bit different. And with him, I in 1989, I met salsa, I met merengue, and the popular dances of Venezuela also, like
So
tambores, joropo.
were you a receptionist or were you teaching aerobics?
I was in that time receptionist, and
Uh-huh.
then with him, I learned how to teach aerobics, and because I was like his
Okay.
assistant. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. So from fitness to dance. Okay.
yeah.
And what happened later?
Yeah, because then I was doing the aerobics. I was doing competition of aerobics. Also, I was Portugal champion in 1992. And the dance, the salsa and the merengue, it was like the other side. Yes, the first part, my A side was aerobics, and then the B side was the salsa and everything.
Okay.
Then in 1998, I no before in 90, I think I do 1993, more like that.
Wow.
I started doing more serious, the salsa and everything, because the Venezuelan guys that I met, they were doing a show with a Portuguese girl that is Graça Pinto, that they were doing a show in Casino during 3 months. Every day we were doing 1 hour show of salsa, merengue, cha-cha-cha, mambo, and we were doing with a live band, and it was a quite challenging experience, because you can imagine every day you need to put the eyelashes.
Yeah.
Oh, David is here. Ricardo is saying that David, my master of aerobics, is here. He's seeing this. So nice, because he's living in Algarve. It's a little bit far away from Porto. And then with that show, like, we were together, we were lots of dancers, and then we stopped because we at the end we were mad, everybody, with each other, because we are, every day there. And oh, thank you, Jean White. And then we stopped, and then in 1998 I came back again, and then in a strong way. Yes. And then I met Ricardo, and because I came back to the school, I think it was the first school of salsa, the first school of salsa, sorry, in Porto. It was Sabor Latino, and it was run by Graça Pinto, Ernesta Costa, that is my master of the dances, Latin dances. And at that time, when they open, I get in, and then I met Ricardo. Yeah, then I was
Okay. You met Ricardo. Tell us, because you guys are the couple, romantic, professional. How did you meet? How does one meet someone like that? Tell us.
It was very nice, because I was in the salsa lesson with Graça Pinto, Ajin, and then I was helping the teacher, that it was Graça Pinto, and the teacher was dating with a cousin, with the uncle, Ricardo uncle. Yes. And they met each other in a wedding, something like that. And then Graça Pinto, invite Ricardo to go to a lesson, to see, just to try. And in that lesson, it was me and Graça Pinto teaching. Yeah.
So you were a teacher, he was a student.
Yeah, he was, at that time he was not doing the lesson, he was just seeing, but it was something like that. Yeah.
Okay. And what happened later?
I remember, I have, even now, because it was many years ago, but even now, I remember the first time that I saw him, because he was very young. He was 15. 15 years. Yes. And I remember to see him, because he was at the time also tall, and it was very beautiful, his face. I looked at him, and oh, so beautiful. And but we have a very big difference of age. Yes. I'm older than Ricardo, 13 years. And at that time, it passed away. Yeah, it was in 2000. And then, like, we were in the dance company, Graça Pinto offered to Ricardo to do the complete course. Yes.
I wasn't asking about intimate details, just wanted to know the story.
No, not and then he went to the school, and then Graça invited him to go to the dance company, because I was already in the dance company of that school in Sabor Latino. But as I'm not so tall, but the guys were not so tall for me, and I was dancing and didn't have a partner for me, because they were all very small, and I was dancing alone. And I knew all the choreography, when a lady was missing because they couldn't go to a show, as I knew all the choreographies, I get into to dance with somebody. Yes, that was need a couple. And then Ricardo get in, and like he's tall, and I want a dance partner. Yeah, and then we start dancing together in 2000 as a partner in Sabo Latino. But then nothing happens, okay? Because we were very good friends because we have, since the first time, we have a very good connection. Yes, that's why Afro Latin connection also. Because since the beginning we have very good connection. And but I have my boyfriends, and he have his girlfriends, and I knew everything about him, everything about me, but nothing happened between us. Yes. Then someday it happened when he grew up, and we were looking into each other like, what's happening here? And it happened. And it was in 2004.
I remember I was in 2008 at your club performing with Tamam. So you were already a very established professional couple also by that time.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. You guys have been together for 20 years.
Yes.
Wow. So that's really a very unique situation in our profession. That's very admirable. What's your secret? How do you deal with difficulties that can be inspiring?
Yeah, that it's a learning, and like we complete each other since the beginning. We have this connection. It's we don't give up easily. It's like when something not so good happens, we try to manage, we try to learn, and to adapt. And the learning that we have each other is not to change the other one. If I want something good, I need to change myself. And Ricardo have this same mindset. And I think with this, we can win the obstacles. I don't know if it's a good English.
Overcome obstacles.
Yes. Yeah.
And what's your professional secret now to be able to work together and be together?
Yeah, it's the same. It's like that. We are both leaders, In the beginning, we were fighting a lot, yes, and get mad because of that, yeah. And people around us were suffering with that. But like we have a couple that we inspired a lot ourselves. That is they are they dance tango. They are a couple that dance tango. They perform. They are dancers. They are teachers, and they dance together for many years also. And I remember the first time that we had that are Oscar and Gladys. They live here in Porto. They have a son that is Fernando. Also, he danced also.
Okay.
And I remember the first time it was in the other Mushima that you were there. That we were rehearsing the four, me, Ricardo, Oscar, and Gladys. It was our first time rehearsing together. We were preparing a show, and they start fighting. And it was like, oh my gosh, but hard, like me and Ricardo, we were looking to each other like this, and then we thought, okay, we are not so bad. And then when they went out of the room of rehearse, they were normal, they were like nothing happened, and we were like, oh my gosh. And it was several times, they are the only couple that I can trust when I have some troubles, when I have some difficulties with Ricardo in my relationship, that I know that I can trust and I can speak with them. They are very experienced. they are the only ones that can understand our life and our, because not everybody understands you.
Nice.
Oh, thank you, Patty. Thank you.
So,
And
how did you start traveling internationally?
the first time it was out of Portugal and Spain. It was to Poland. It
Oh.
was, yes, it was crazy because it was with Ola, and it was in 2010, I think. And it was because of a video clip of Caixa with AVG, that the name of the song is I Like It. And because of that video, we went famous in YouTube. Famous, you know. And in Poland, Ola was traveling because she's a guide, tourist guide, yeah.
Yes.
And she went to Portugal and she met Kizomba here, yeah. And then because of that video, she went to our Mushima. Yes, Ricardo is saying that because it's true. It was the first time, and it was crazy that time because we have an invitation to Poland. In Poland, they dance kizomba. How is it? How it's possible? And then when we went there, it was like crazy. They were dancing, and they were dancing good, even at that time. Yes. And it was amazing. And it was our beginning, you know, because of that video clip, I think. And Ola said to us, you know, there are people traveling because of you, because of that video clip, since everywhere from Poland to here to Warsaw. And we were like, oh my gosh. And it was that the first time. But because of that, of course, you know, people start knowing us, and then we start traveling. And even more because of Benjamin Nand. I don't know if somebody know about him. He's a Portuguese guy that he was he loves salsa, but also loved kizomba. Pavel. And he was traveling because of his job to the countries like Serbia, like Belarus, and he was traveling to that country, even Poland. And thank you, Marek. And he was showing people kizomba, but he was not selfish because he was then he could not teach more, or because he don't have time. He start um, uh, saying to us to go, me and Ricardo, Pechu, Queda Lima, and all that people were starting to travel because of Benjamin also. Benjamin Nunn, that maybe not so many people know him, but I think it's because of him that Kizomba is spread all over the world also.
Do you still have stage fright before you go on stage?
Yes. And you know, when I'm not nervous, something is wrong, you know, because maybe I'm not so focused. But yes, I have the butterflies on my stomach every time. Yeah. Maybe now I manage a little bit better. Yes, because sometimes when you get nervous can be not so good. Yeah, because you can do mistakes. You don't remember the choreography. Yes, but now I think I manage better that thing of being nervous and afraid of stage.
Do you remember your worst show? Like what happened? Did you have a bad show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was the one that I remember, maybe because it was it was not so far away, that it was in Italy. Yeah, that we were doing the first time a premiere, the choreography, but it was not so good because we didn't have time to finish in a proper way. And I was all the time rehearsing, but without heels. Then when I saw the last rehearse, I thought, okay, I need to do with heels. And then I didn't rehearse so much with heels. I did it on stage with heels. The stage was sliding,
Slippery,
and
slippery.
yeah, slippery, yes. And the choreography was a mess. Even the organizer said to us, maybe it's not good to put the show on internet. And I said to him, please don't. Yes, it was the thing that I remember, that it was the worst show that I
Actually,
made it in my
I
life.
remember one of the famous organizers said, "Do not bring me a premiere to my event." This is always the first shows are always tricky, right? Before
Yeah,
everything sinks in. So.
yeah, but we learned to do something that it works. That is to do a premiere to your students.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Mm-hmm.
when is now premiere in an event, maybe it's not so premiere. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a premiere
Mm-hmm.
to the world,
Yeah.
but not for us.
It's a
That
very
worked
good, very good
very good.
strategy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you prefer social dancing or performing?
I love both. It's like when you ask me the kizomba and the salsa, what I prefer. I love both because the show make me work more. Yes, make me work on my image also.
Mm-hmm.
Make me work on my performance. Make me work on my body. Yes, on the everything in my full body. Yes, and mind. And the social is a challenging because it's a communication with different
Mm-hmm.
people that you need to understand everybody that are different, and even because you met different ways and different people, different ways of leading and following, and you met different people also, and then
Mm-hmm.
I like both.
Okay. I think I interrupted you later when you were still talking about the fighting and of the couple
Yeah.
and the team, and I think I interrupted something important that you had to say. Did you
No.
want to still talk about how you fight or you don't fight, you and
Yeah.
Ricardo?
Yeah, now we control more,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that I learned on this. Oh, she know Benjamin, nice, it's a good thing. um One of the good things that I learned more in quarantine. Before, I was okay, we are fighting, I shut up. I
Mm-hmm.
don't keep going with the fight, and I shut up, and I need to breathe. Sometimes go out and breathe and let the time pass. Maybe the things
Mm-hmm.
get better, but you stay with that in your mind and you
Mm-hmm.
suffer with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you are going with the things and then in the best time or the worst,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Then in the quarantine, I learned it's not only to shut up, it's not to stay thinking about that. Yeah. Is to enjoy what you live now in this moment. And it's like the water in the river don't pass in the same place. Yes, the water goes. And then I try to pass that in my learning when we fight together. But this is a thing of both. Yes, it's not only me that need to work on that. Ricardo work on that also. Yes, and respect each other. We are better and better with that.
So, can you give us an example? Because everybody says, "Oh, respect, respect," and I think everyone has a different definition. What
Yeah,
situations is when you can demonstrate lack of respect or learning to respect? Can you give us an
yeah,
example?
yeah. I can give an example when we are rehearsing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Ricardo is faster than me. Yes, when we are
Mm-hmm.
doing choreography, I'm slower. I need more time,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to try several things. I need to see. I need to feel. As he's faster, I was fighting with him because he was not respecting my time, and I was not
Mm-hmm.
respecting his time. Now, okay, I respect that he's faster than me, and I let him. Yes, and in this way, I try to accept. It's more like an acceptation. is like that. I accept, yes, and I respect because I'm accepting that his way, and I'm answering in the same way. Or imagine in the lessons, this is very challenging and it's very important for us when we are teaching together. Imagine Ricardo says something in the lesson that I don't agree. I don't say in front of everybody. Yes, I try to manage something, or I don't say nothing, but then I try to show to him without saying nothing, or I will do something in a way that you will understand with my body that maybe what he's saying is not the perfect way, you know? You understand? And I think in this, the respect is more about acceptation, and um, don't say something. Imagine that he's saying something, and I I I will not say that is what he's saying is wrong. Yeah, you understand?
Yeah. Of course, we all have those moments. So in your duet, professional duet, what's your division of roles? Who does more of, I don't know, teaching, choreographing, structure, technical things, organization? Do you have your areas?
Yeah. Ricardo, as I said, is very fast. Yeah, in everything. Yeah, but imagine when we are choreographing, doing choreography. Yeah, is doing the steps. Is doing because he's already imagining something. He asks always my opinion. Yes, even because of the music or during the process, because I know when I say something, he change sometimes the choreography. But about the draws of the team, you know, the changing of places, the formations, I can see more. I'm more sensitive to that. Yeah. Because of my past of aerobics, yes, of competition, and we work a lot with the formations, yeah. In organization is more. Imagine in our company, Ricardo is more into the bar. I'm more into the school. You know, Ricardo is more into the bar and events, and I'm more in the school. And even in the events, we have the several departments. Yes, in the part of music, bar, Mushima, yes, is more to him. In organizing the control of the rooms, it's more about me. I'm more the with the team, you know. He's more organizing the stuff, and I'm more with the teams that we have, even in the school, in the meetings. When we have the meetings, we have the meeting of the school, and we have the meeting of the Mushima. Ricardo is more into Mushima, and I'm more into the school. But each one of us give opinion of in each other also.
So you're traveling to events on weekends, but during the week you run your club, your bar, your school, and events.
Yes.
The whole place.
Yes.
How big is Mushima?
Now we have a complete building, and that have 3 floors. That we have in the first floor, you have the school with the 3 studios, and in the ground zone you have Mushima, and then you have with the bar, and we have it's also a studio that we can teach, and then in the -1 we have a big studio that we do events.
Well, it's a big business.
Yeah.
So you must have a team to also manage that, right?
Yes, we have a big team. Yeah, we have the team, the main team that we during this quarantine.
I don't know if it's an okay question, but since we want to inspire people, what's your percentage of your income from the events and then from your local business, just to see which one really is more, a money maker?
I didn't understood.
Like,
Sorry.
do you, what's the percentage when you have your income? You have income from your local business and from your events.
Okay.
What's the percentage? Like, how much of it it's traveling money and how much is local business?
Oh, it's different because we split, the traveling
Mm-hmm.
thing plus other school. Yes, Ricardo is saying, yes, I was forgetting the other school. Beautiful tip. Because we have in downtown, we have another
Mm-hmm.
school that for now is
Okay.
closed. That's why I forgot
Mm-hmm.
of saying that school that have also 3 studios. Yeah.
Wow.
Um, but now we are close. We are more focused on the big mama that is
Mm-hmm.
this building,
Mm-hmm.
and it's more when we travel. It's only Paula and Ricardo, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in our the local business is more about the school. Yeah, yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's what Ricardo is saying, because when you have a company like this, it's quite challenging to have profit. Yes, and then our business, it's Ricardo and Paula, is to have a more independence. We are speaking about money.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's when we travel, and this is Paula and Ricardo. We split. Yes, about the
Mm-hmm.
company, we teach there, we do the shows, everything, and is the company. You understand? But it's more about uh, in the dance company. I think in the events is more about. It's like 90% of people is from outside of Portugal. Yes, when we organize
Mm-hmm.
events, but then every day we have the school and the bar 3 times in the week, and it's more local people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you identify yourself more as an extrovert or an introvert?
Hello, Robert. Okay. When I say to people that I'm shy, people don't believe it. Yeah. I'm very extrovert when I'm working, when I'm in my job. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm not in my job, I'm very introverted. It's like maybe sometimes I start thinking, I think about that. Maybe because we are all the time dealing with the people, we are all the time giving our energy to people.
Mm-hmm.
Then when we are alone, we stay calm, we stay quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Valentina, kiss. And maybe is that explanation. We have the both, and when we speak about we are the same. It's difficult to speak only about me because it's me and Ricardo all the time, but he's like me also, but I'm both things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you ever have a low moment in your passion, in your experience? When you didn't want to do it anymore, and or you didn't have fun anymore. And if you did, then what did you do to get out of it?
Yeah,
A
I
passion
have
crisis.
yeah, I remember the once that I was
Mm-hmm.
like that. Yeah. That it was, we were coming back from a weekend, and we didn't have this building yet. We were in the other school, and we arrived on a Monday. We need to teach at 8 p.m., and we were arriving from traveling uh, from traveling at 7 p.m. without sleeping. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, I was not able to sleep on planes. Yes, it was very difficult to me, and I was not able to do it. And I was so tired that I started crying. I was in the car with Ricardo, and I said to him, I don't want this anymore. I want to give up because it's too hard for me. Because I'm without sleeping, I need to work. I'm without energy. This is too much for me. And then Ricardo spoke with me and everything. Okay, let's teach. Let's calm down. Um, and then, okay, I stayed there, but this is a process, because I thought when I'm in this kind of mindset that I want to give up, that is too much to me, I think, how or what could I do if I was not dancing, if I was not
Mm-hmm.
in this life? And I cannot imagine nothing. I cannot imagine doing nothing than this. And I imagine, because this is what I love. Yeah, it's to teach, it's to dance, it's to perform. Um, and it's I think all kinds of jobs, even if you love it, when you are doing every time, every day, it's like you want to give up sometimes. I don't want this anymore. Yeah, that's why when you love, it's easier. When you love what you do, it's not all the time beautiful, it's not all the time easy. But when I'm in that bad times, I think, if I can see myself doing something that is not dancing, and I cannot imagine that.
I was about to ask you if you didn't dance, what would you do? But I guess we got that question ticked off now.
Yeah.
Um, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Okay, you know that I'm in a time of my life that is quite challenging. I know that I'm challenging the thing of the age
Mm-hmm.
every day. Yeah, I'm achieving that, but I don't know. I imagine myself doing this the same, yes, but I don't know if my body, or if I can work on this how I'm working now, because I think I'm better with my body than I was before, many years before,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm working, I'm improving everything, I'm with more conscience. But like 10 years with my age now is, it's lots of years, and then I don't know, really, I don't know. I'm trying to manage to don't get sad with that,
Mm-hmm.
Paula, force of nature. um, and I will keep working on that, but your body have a age,
Well, I think
and
this is an amazing subject. I'm glad that you touched upon it because
yeah,
I'm slowly heading towards 40. So it's still a lot of time, but but I'm also not 20 years old anymore,
yeah,
and Salsa has a very young energy.
yes,
It really I feel, for instance, that I'm, as much as I love it, the dance is my passion, but I feel that I'm changing, that I have different priorities, that I need a different amount of this and of that, and I just don't have such a high energy. So
yeah,
it's my case, and I think it's nice to openly talk about age because we don't have in the community, we don't have many women over 40. Women usually,
no,
I don't know what happens, that they stop being in the professional world because as
yeah,
participants we have a lot of people over 40, over 50,
yeah, yeah,
uh, but as artists, I was really looking for female artists over 35 and then over 40, and there are really like just a couple. So you are an example of someone who has this passion, who withstood. You have so much experience since '89.
yeah,
I was 7 in '89. So you got those years on top of that, and I
yeah,
think I think it's nice to sort of be honest about it and to inspire also female artists to stay in their passion. That that it's okay to age, and it's
yeah,
okay to be experienced and professional and have a lot to give. You don't necessarily have to be young to be successful,
yeah,
right? So
yeah,
so I'm glad you opened that because it's a delicate thing. Not everybody wants to open
yeah,
up,
of
but
course,
I think that by opening up we empower women, instead of just
yes,
sitting quiet and
yeah,
not mentioning it.
yeah, 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 yeah. And you know that Robert White is here, and is responsible of you're a baby, Anya.
Thank you.
And Robert White is responsible of something that I'm doing. Thank you, Valentina. That helps me so much that you cannot imagine. That I felt with lots of energy to do what I'm doing. You know, this is a process. I saw what when I start to get more into this. It was when I saw a picture of me on an event. It was in the Croatia event, and I was in the picture was beautiful. My face was beautiful, but I was in the swimming pool, sit down, like, you know, like bended forward in a bikini. And I saw it and I was, oh my gosh, I'm so fat. Because you can look to the mirror, but the mirror is a liar. Yes. Only when you see pictures or videos, that's when you can see really how you are. You can be out of you, yes, to see how you are. And then I start my process with that. But it's a very slow process. But then it was in January of 2019, I start doing fasting, yes, intermittent fasting. And it was Robert White that presented that to me 1 year before. Yes, he spoke with me about that. Because my Ricardo was sick, and I had the opportunity of speaking a little bit more with Robert, and he presented to me this thing, and I start to study about that, and you cannot imagine. Since then, it's now doing 1 year that I do intermittent fasting very regular, and I feel so energetic that you cannot imagine. And I feel my body changing.
So what is that all about? Can you tell us? So you don't eat for a certain amount of time, or?
Yes, it's like windows. You have the window that you eat, and you have the window that you don't eat. You just drink water, coffee, or tea. Yes, and I start slow. Yes, I start just doing once and just to try. And it was on Wednesdays I start doing 16 hours without eating and 8 hours eating. But even the 8 hours that I was eating, I need to take care what I eat. Yes. And I try to change, and I'm changing the things that I eat. I can tell you that I don't eat fries for many years. Yes. And now I don't like it. Yes. And this of the fries, it was because of Valentina. Valentina was speaking there, was saying hi. And because once we were traveling and she was with us, we were traveling to Spain. And she was saying something about, oh, no, eating fries is like, you need to put that on your mind, not eat, because the girl was eating. I think it was Katarina, the dance partner of Bruno. She eat everything. Yeah. Yeah. Today I'm doing the 24 hours fasting. I'm fasting now.
But like every week, or how often do you do it?
I do every day. I do 8 hours, 16. 16 without eating, 8 eating.
But is Ricardo eating?
He's doing with me in this quarantine. He was doing with me. Sometimes he don't want, but sometimes he is doing with me. Yeah. And the 24 hours he is not doing. I do once or twice a week. Yes, is when I feel now is when I want to clean my body. When I eat several things that I think are not good, or I drink wine. I need to clean my body. Yes, your organs need to be clean. Valentina is saying, yeah, she don't remember that maybe, but I remember. It was because of her that I stopped to eat fries.
Okay, wow, that's inspiring. I hope I can do it once I stop breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Such an appetite. So, what would be your dream project?
Is to keep even now to keep our business. Our business is our company is a dream. Yes, it's our dream. It's not. Yes, it's great to detoxing. Robert is saying, and I want to keep it, but in a way that the business can be profitable. You understand? Because Conceição is our student. I'm so old that I don't even remember my age. She's very young also, she's a lady that she's beautiful. She's Portuguese, yes. And my dream is to relax a little bit, to don't be so stressful, in a way that I can pay to my team what they deserve. I can be profitable in my business. Yes, do you understand? Because even in this quarantine was, you need to think about our finances here, to have the things, because we're not traveling, we are not earning money, then the things were not easy and are not easy. The company, we need to manage our company, and even more, you have people, you have your team that we are responsible for them. If your company is not good, you cannot pay to them, and this is a concern, a very, very concern that I have in my mind. Yes. And my dream is to have everybody, my team, earning very good, my company being good, and me and Ricardo also in a good and inspiring way. Also, it's not only a business. We usually say we don't teach how to dance, we teach how to live, and we want to keep going in this mindset.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
When you design your costumes for stage, what do you take into account, and how do you make them? How do you get the ideas?
Yeah, maybe you can laugh, but I dream. I dream with the costumes, but I need first the music. I need to see the beginning or the subjects of the choreography, yes, and then I need to see the beginning of the choreography. Beijinho, Conceição. And with that, I get the ingredients, and then I'm with that, and I try to imagine, and sometimes the color, because I start for the colors, and then the way of doing the costume. Sometimes I dream. Usually I dream with the colors. Yes, and wake up. Okay, it's going to be this color, and then I need to have plan A, B, and C, because of I have the concern in the costumes to the costume don't disturb the choreography. Yes. And then that's why I say I have plan A, B, and C. Imagine the boobs, to don't stay with boobs out. I need to, okay, I want that thing, but I need to have the plan B, plan C, yes, to don't disturb the choreography.
I see. And what's your regular training mode? Like on a weekend, you're in a festival, and then during the week, do you have regular hours for training, or you just train when you do something new? Or?
Oh no, we have hours for training to improve. Even me and Ricardo, we are very bad. Ricardo is offering me coffee.
I want coffee.
Oh, and you want a coffee? Then I forgot. Oh, okay. We are very bad because we like all the time new stuff, and we are putting some discipline on us, because we know that we need to improve. Yes, a choreography is not finished. You need to improve it. Yeah. Instead of starting a new one, we need to improve our choreography, the one that you are doing. And there are some parts that you are not so happy, and then we need to work about that to to change that part. And even more when we do the things in the group, the four, we need to be synchronized. We need to be in the same energy. Yes, we need to be in the same high, the arms. Yes, and sometimes when we see the performances, we see, oh my gosh, we need to improve this because we are in different timings, or we are doing the arms. Katarina is doing more like this. I'm doing more like this. I don't know, and we need to improve that. Then we have the for the choreographies, we are keep working. When the choreography it's more, we do more times, then we start working on a new one.
Okay. And so when you're not in a congress, your week, what does your week look like?
Is we work more than when we are in an event.
Okay.
Because we have our place. Yes, we have Mushima usually, or when we don't work out, it's because we manage our agenda in a way that we have events in our place. Yes, and it's a way of to if we are not out, okay, we are in our place. We need to manage and organize something in a way that we are here. Then we need to work even more and organize, or we perform, or we do animations, or we do several workshops, pop-up workshops, something like that. Then usually we work more than when we are in an event.
So you're like, I'm also, when I'm in events, I'm resting from my kids. So sometimes it seems busy, but it's not really busy. What makes you happy aside from dancing?
Oh, the nature, the sea. I love when I go walking, and I discover this quarantine walking with Ricardo outside is like we are doing some exercise, but we are seeing nature. And I don't know what happened, but with the sea, with nature, with the trees, with everything, with the butterflies, I'm crazy. I'm all the time, oh, the flowers. I love flowers. And nature make something on myself that make me, yes. We invented our 5 minute vacations, like we don't have time. We go to the sea to take breakfast or something. Now I don't take breakfast, but to take a coffee, and is like, I don't know. I love nature. Nature makes me feel very, very clean my soul.
Okay. What do you like to eat? Your favorite food?
I don't know. Now I love something that before I didn't like at all, but I get used to that when I need sweets. Instead of eat bad things, I eat. Oh my gosh! Now I don't know the name in English. Tamaras, tamaras. Oh, you know that they have a lot in. Ricardo Souza, help me. That they have in more in Egypt. It grow on the trees.
Oh, you mean it's like dried fruit?
Yes. The people that they are on desert, they eat that because it have lots of nutrition.
Okay.
I think Ricardo is trying to find the name.
When he finds, just tell him to write it down here.
Yeah.
So.
I eat that with some nuts, and I love it. I love
Dates.
Dates, yes, is that. I love that. And yes, he was trying to see. Yeah. Or with the peanut butter also. And if you put a little bit of salt, oh, it's like salted caramel. It's so good. And I'm addicted with that. And it's healthy.
Okay.
Yes, Erika knows also.
What
It's
would
very, very good.
What would you today, from your today's experience, what would you tell yourself at the age of 19 as an
Oh
advice
my
or
gosh.
yeah?
I will tell to live everything as I lived.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, yes, because I was thinking maybe to with the learnings that I have now, but no, this is a process, yes, and
Mm-hmm.
like everything that I lived make me how I am now. It's like a process, and then I just say, just live it, girl. Enjoy life as you were enjoying, as you are enjoying, because I enjoy life a lot.
That's a great conclusion. Any advice to the new coming talent into the scene? What should they
Yeah,
focus on? What would you tell them?
yeah, yeah. Learn, and be humble all the time. But don't stop learning. If you want to dance, keep learning on your dance, and also on your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But learn. Knowledge is the key
Mm-hmm.
for live in a good way.
I think I'm out of questions. Would you like to
Oh.
add? Would you like to add anything?
I don't know. I'm reading now a book that is of Hector Tolle. I don't know the name in English, but is I can show to you. This
Mm-hmm.
is and is now is the power of now. Is I think the
Mm-hmm.
translate is
Mm-hmm.
the power of now. That this is opening my mind that you cannot imagine. In the beginning, I was not enjoying so much because
Mm-hmm.
it's too much, like you need to think too much.
Okay.
Um, but now I keep learning, I keep reading it, and it's changing my way of thinking. The power of now, yes, Ricardo is saying, is changing my way, but in a way that you cannot imagine. It's living now, is the importance of living now. And I'm practicing some things that say here. Um, Gracias, Vanessa. And is very imagine it happened in one online lesson that we in one live that Ricardo and me were teaching. Thank you, Jean. Kisses, and we were fighting before getting into the live, you know. And I'm very sensitive. I'm very emotional, and it disturbs me a lot before of getting in the live. Really,
Mm-hmm.
now you are pissing me off, Then I, because of this book, okay, I'm going to practice the thing. Let's see if it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
It's like now. Is there something that you need? Is there something that is missing to you? The thing passed. Now
Mm-hmm.
live now. Enjoy what you are living now. Don't think about the bullshit, the sorry, the stress, the fighting. Enjoy what you are doing. And I start doing this. Like, it seems silly, but I was forcing the smile,
Mm-hmm.
opening my chest and looking up.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it works because change the chemical of your body. Yes. And then I was very good. The lesson was good. The lesson went good. And I was feeling good without fighting. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then when what I use and usually I say to the students, to the ladies more, to open the chest, put boobs up. Yes, I say to them, and it's a way of working your self-esteem. Then when you are sad, when you are mad, try to do this: chest up, shoulders down, and up, and smile. It seems like you are silly, yeah, but you
Mm-hmm.
say good. It changed the chemical, the things of your body, and it works.
From the body to the sensation, right? From the body
Yes.
to the mind instead of from the
Yeah,
mind to the
yeah,
body.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Even
nice.
when you are without energy, try to do something like this and breathe like this, and you will change your energy. You know, because it starts on your body, on your gestuality, and you are going to change your mind. Oh, the Instagram.
Instagram. We should.
Yeah.
We're gonna. We're finishing, so I think we're gonna skip that one. We just
Yeah.
finished here on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, that was very
So,
inspiring, Paula. I still feel like you could teach us so much more from your perspective. Having the age you have, and also I think being in a relationship with a younger man, which is socially a rare model, as opposed to the other way around, that when a man has a 20-year-old younger woman, everybody just accepts it, that it's fine.
yeah,
So I think we could talk about that also a
yeah.
lot. I'm sure you've made your experiences, but then again, it's a personal thing, so I don't want to dig
Yeah.
into an unknown ground. Maybe we can
No,
talk
but
in
it's
person.
okay. For me, it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
No problem. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Because I
I
don't
don't
know
have
if,
problem.
for instance, here in Poland there is a stigma,
Yeah,
when in a relationship a man is younger than the woman, then the woman will be frowned upon. Like they will talk bad about her.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
like totally absurd. I think it's a very old thing, and I was wondering if you had to face it in
It,
your
it,
life.
it- no, because Ricardo doesn't seem so young,
That's good.
and I don't seem so old. Then there are some people that think that Ricardo is older than me. Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's a good thing. No, but I don't think, because we don't focus on that. And like, if you don't feel that, you are not going to pass to the people that maybe people think.
Yeah.
But if you don't show that, if you don't make this out, yes, people will change.
That's so true. I stopped listening to gossip a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
Like I don't hear gossip about myself. And I'm sure there are, but just no one brings it to me. No one feels that I would like to listen. I live happy.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's a
Yeah.
way of acceptation, because that's the thing that the book also
Uh-huh.
showed me. Because when I remember the first times that I knew that my team people, or the people that work to me, were speaking badly about me on my back. And
Mm-hmm.
I was very, very bad. You cannot imagine that. I was like, and I spoke with my sister about that, and she said, okay, but now you are not a colleague of them. You
Mm-hmm.
are their boss. It's normal. When you were, how many times you spoke badly about your bosses? And I was like, yes, it's true. It's a normal thing. Accept that. Don't let that affect you. But of course, it's a process. Yes, when you know that somebody is speaking badly about you, it's not a good thing. But now I can use that in my way. Maybe there are some things that I need to improve. Yes, when I know something, I don't try to know if they are speaking badly about me, but if something come to me that they are saying is something that maybe they think about me, maybe it's something that I need to improve in myself. Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
that it's a thing that I change in a way that I can improve.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I feel Ricardo really wants to be interviewed as well. He has a lot to say.
Yeah.
So, Ricardo, you're going to be next. You can tell your story.
Yeah.
And then you can complain about Paula.
Yeah, because
Publicly.
usually he's the one that he speaks a lot. Yeah, that's why now he cannot, he's
Yeah,
writing.
yeah, yeah. That's why I'm also interviewing you, because people don't know much about you, I think. You're not
Yeah,
so much in the
yeah,
public space.
Yeah.
So thank you, Paula. It was great. It was fun.
Yes.
And
Thank
oh my
you.
God, I miss you. You know, I really hope that we can meet in November.
Yes.
It's
Crossing
crazy.
fingers.
Yes. Thank you
It
guys
will
for
be.
joining and listening. Thank you, Paula, for sharing your life experience with
Thank
us.
you.
And
Thank you.
well, good luck with your business and see you
Thank
soon.
you. For you also. Yes.
Okay,
See
take
you.
care.
Mwah.
Bye.